Okay, this is an email that came in today from Francis Schaeffer Cox. The subject is Fulton's lie. It says, "Hello. The other day you asked me about Fulton's recent claims that when I met with him at Pike's Landing Hotel in June of 2010, that I tried to pay him to go arrest judges. The proof that this is a false claim is the simple fact that I was not arrested right there on the spot. He was recording the whole thing. He gave the recording to the cops and they listened to it. If on that recording I had tried to pay Fulton to go snatch up judges or do anything else crazy, the cops would have had all they needed to swoop in and arrest and charge me right then and there. That's not what they did. They kept on trying to get me to agree to commit a crime. Why would they keep on trying to get me to agree to commit a crime if I, as Fulton falsely claims, had already done it at Pike's? The truth is that every time they tried to get me to support a violent plan, I would explain why that was a bad idea. That would not work. They were striking out again and again and again. There is nothing more infuriating to these cops than a man who they want, who is not doing anything illegal. I followed my conscience, and they kept me from giving them any legal grounds to arrest me ever. Even when Fulton gave me the do-or-die ultimatum in February of 2011, I still said no. I packed up my family to leave the country rather than commit the crime they wanted me to. I knew all about the child prostitution ring at the Ocean View house that the statewide drug task force provides to a select few judges, prosecutors, and other bureaucrats in exchange for running interference for the drug trafficking operations of the NARC task force. I hadn't committed any crimes, and I was about to walk out of this country and into a safe asylum country, knowing all the dirt on these bastards. That's when they pounced on me, and even though they couldn't arrest me, they had no grounds. So they had J.R. Olson, the self-described drug wholesaler, kidnap me, my wife, our 3-year-old son, and our 2-week-old daughter. He literally kidnapped us with threats of death by Fulton and kept us locked in an attic for 21 days in fear of our lives. Wow. They kept 2 adults and 2 children. That's a very serious crime and a violation of international law and several human rights treaties to which the United States is a bound party. Then they tried to murder me at the takedown. I wasn't supposed to be arrested that day. They had no grounds to arrest, and they knew it. I was supposed to get shot to death, but the property owner bumbled upon the scene and messed up their murder plot. That's the only reason I was arrested. And even then, all I was charged with were small potatoes weapons charges that I could beat in court. If I had really plotted all the murder and mayhem that they say I had, why didn't they charge me with it? I didn't get charged with the conspiracy to murder and solicitation to murder until after I had sat in jail for over a year and beat all the state charges. And as we are now coming to find out through FOIA lawsuits, the federal indictment on the murder, conspiracy, and solicitation was straight up forged by the prosecutor and never actually went to a grand jury. I was taken through a 6-week fake show trial where I was not allowed to speak or present evidence to defend myself, then thrown in a secret CIA prison until a few months ago, and now we learn that it was all on a pretend indictment that never was even filed properly. Ain't that a preach?" Schaeffer Cox.
A preach or a peach?
Oh, yeah, right. Ain't that a peach?
Ain't that a peach, guys?
Ain't that a peach? He's still got a sense of humor. When he talks about J.R. Olson, he says who is self-described drug wholesaler. He also ran drugs and did drugs working for Hell's Angels. Now that's out in the court transcript, right? I read that this morning. And he's known to have lied, and he was like, has just a history of like scams and con artists and literally dozens and dozens of people that he's stolen thousands of dollars from. And he got paid $77,000 by the FBI, and he was hoping to get paid $300,000 from them for bringing down Schaeffer Cox. So think about it. The government goes and hires J.R. Olson, who's a known drug runner for Hell's Angels, and has a criminal record that's longer than you can imagine, owes thousands and thousands of people, dozens and dozens of people, thousands of dollars, and the FBI gives him $77,000. You don't think J.R. Olson is going to jump at the chance not to go to prison for the rest of his life? Plus, he's going to get paid a whole lot of money. And in court, he testified that he hoped he would get paid $300,000. Absolutely insanity.
Yeah, I think you should wrap up the video because that letter stands alone.
Yeah.
Well.
Amen. Amen.